Okay, so we come back to this problem, close friends chi-square test. So hypothesis is the probability of the number of close friends are the same for man and woman. Alternative one, they are different. So the first thing, we need to calculate the subtotal for each column and each row. And then we need more space. Then we need to find out expected value. If there is no difference, so the proportion should be the same. So the proportion, so for the 0 ones, you can see, so out of this, like a number of men, 654. So the proportion is, you can use this 397 divided by the total. So the proportion should be the same. So that's the total multiply this one divided by the total. So here, this total, I try to speed up, use some dollar sign. So this total always divided by the total number, men plus woman. So this wouldn't change. And for this first row, that's the row. So this is this one. If we put it down, so this is still need to be 13. So this wouldn't change. So this number 13 wouldn't change. And this one, the total column wouldn't change. Okay. Now I can drag this down. Let me see. Okay. So let's verify. So for last one, that's correct. Each column, 13. And then this divided by this is correct. Yeah, always good idea. You write a formula, you copy paste, and then you just pick one to see, did you get it correct? So this is also correct. Okay. So a little trick is here, you need to put dollar sign before 13, number 13 row, because the row wouldn't change, subtotal. And then this column total on column I, so column I wouldn't change, but you will change the row from 11 to 12. So this way you can drag your formula. Okay? So make sure you have the correct dollar sign. Yeah, it's just the Excel little tricks. So you all get here. Okay, good. So once we have expected value, and next is we know observed minus the expected, right? And then squared, and then divided by this expected value. So this is the chi-square formula, right? So this one equal to, so you have the observed value minus your expected value squared divided by expected value. B11 minus B16 divided by B6 minus B15. So this is the observed minus expected square and divided by expected. Okay. So now we see the I can use a SIG folder, so that's the one. And then the chi-square You sum all this together. Excuse me. You sum all this together. So this is chi-square degree of freedom. Degree freedom, that's, so number of rows, that's 2 minus 1, right? Multiply number of columns, so you have total 7 columns, minus 1. So degree of freedom is 6. And then you can see the p-value. That's always the tail 1 minus this chi-square. Chi-square distribution, x value, and then degree freedom, and cumulative. Okay. So you found out your p-value here. So it makes sense? Yeah. So once you know the p-value, you know, see the test statistics, that's the chi-square value. Chi-square value. So chi-square value we know here, we calculated, right? And we know the p-value. Yeah, this is just to follow our same procedure, just by the sequence, hypothesis and the test statistics and the p-value. And then the significant level, if do not indicate here, we just assume significant level, alpha. So this is significant level. Is 0.05. That's by default. So since the p-value is less than 0.05, so what's the conclusion? What's your conclusion here? Yeah, we reject the H0 hypothesis. So that means there is sufficient evidence from the sampling data to show that men and women, or you can see this, you can see the probability of number of close friends are dependent with gender, right? Dependent with gender. Okay, so this is the chi-square test. So can answer some questions toward the data, or you extract information from your sampling data. So in Excel, there's a function called chi-square test function, can solve the problem directly to find out the p-value. So you use chi-square equal to chi-square test. You have the sampling data and also the expected values. So just compare and do the chi-square test and give you the p-value. So this is another way to use Excel function to do the chi-square test.